Okay, so now we're recording, everybody. So those of you who are asking about a recording will have one. All right. So hello. I'm so happy everybody's here for the free foot token Vino. My name is Allison Limehouse. I'm a second generation Pilates master instructor. I owned a Pilates studio on Palm Beach Island. You know, where Mar-a-Lago is and Epstein and the Breakers and palm trees and all that. And I sold it to pursue Rollology. The reason why I'm doing Rollology is it's for today's bodies. It's developed over the last 10 to 15 years. And feet are our foundation. So if your feet are not healthy and fit, it's going to affect the rest of your body. So it's real important that your feet are in good shape. And once your feet have kind of jumped the shark, so to speak, it's very hard to get them back, but you can get reasonable relief without going into surgery. And I think everybody's goal is not to have surgery on your feet. At least that is one of mine. And one of the things too that I was going to say is when I had my studio, I'd have these young girls come in and they would stand and I'm like, you know, we need to work on your feet. And they were like, oh, my butt, my abs, my arms. And I was like, okay, we're on Palm Beach Island. Go next door to the Publix, the grocery store, and watch the women walk around. They have all the money in the world, but they cannot fix this. And they're like this. So it's the feet. You have to watch your feet because if your feet aren't right, your whole body's going to be out of alignment. And it's really not a good thing. So another thing about me is that the reason why I started to do Rollology was that it's a tough business, teaching Pilates, yoga, dance, bar. It's hard to make ends meet, especially if you're single or a single mother like I am. And I was able to, I guess I'm not sure I was able to make it doing this type of work. And but it's stressful when you do not have, you know, backup and things like that. So this is a great backup program for the instructors. But let me get back to the feet. What we're doing today. So you need a toe band, or it can be a broccoli band, but hopefully you got one of my Rollology toe bands. If you didn't, use a broccoli band or something similar, not a hair tie, but you know, produce band would work in a pinch. And if you didn't get one, just let us know and we'll get it too. You need a tennis ball or something that's kind of squishy, but not too squishy. Another thing, I like the bamboo straws, but you can use a pencil. Okay, so these are our tools. Oh, and of course the Vino or a glass of water, whatever you want. But I got some Vino and I have water here too. So, okay, so we're gonna start. So the first thing we're going to do is we're gonna just put these things aside, the ball, the toe band, and your pencil or I have the bamboo straw. So whatever your tools are, just put them aside. And the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to stand. And I don't want you to think about how you're standing. I just want you to stand however you stand. Just don't even think about it. Don't try and correct it. And close your eyes. And feel, and I want you to, and if you have socks on, take them off. And you know what? Look at here. I have these on the bottom. I have my leggings on the bottom of my feet. I want to take those off too. I want to feel my feet on the earth. And so just close your eyes. Now, feel where your feet are in relationship to the earth. Do you have more weight on one foot than the other? Do you have more weight on the back of the foot, the front of the foot, the outside, the inside? Just close your eyes and feel where your weight is. Mine is very, very different today. Just FYI, so you guys can get an idea. I feel like all my weight is on my left foot. I feel like there's no weight on my right foot except on the inside and the back. So just close your eyes and feel that. And now go ahead and just kind of rock forward and back, forward and back. And then we're going to kind of sway to our left and to our right. So we'll be using a little bit of a clock, but 12 is at your head, 6 is at your feet, 3 is your left, 9 is your right. You are the clock, you're not looking at a clock. Okay, go ahead and come center and open your eyes and just remember the feeling you have with your feet and where your weight is in relationship to the earth, to your feet, and to your body. Okay, we're gonna grab a ball. Let's do the right foot. The right foot would be on your 9 o'clock side. So do your right foot, right. Now we're gonna have the ball here. I like standing, but if you have bad balance, you can hold on to something or you can sit in the chair. I'm gonna stand because I like to really get into it. My feet really need this, so I'm real excited about this. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the ball and I'm gonna grab. And then I'm gonna release and spread my toes. Like spread them like these fingers, like, and then I'm gonna grab and release. So the reason why I came up with this whole program is because when I had my studio, I was already trained. I met Lolita San Miguel and she came to work out with me. Or she was gonna teach me, hang on a second. So we're gonna grab and release, spread the toes. And then grab and release and spread the toes. Then go to the metatarsal or the ball of foot and push down. Just push down onto it. You can bring the foot up and you're on the ball of the foot. And you can wiggle it around a little bit. But she had me sit up in what's called neutral spine. I couldn't do it very well. And then she wanted me to spread my toes and I couldn't do that. So I created this for my feet and my clients. So I'm in the upper arch and I'm just pushing down. And then I'm going to go to the middle arch. You know what I mean? I need to know what time it is so I can watch the clock.
Oh, that's a good point.
So I'm going to push on the middle arch. And then the lower arch. And again, if this is too much or you feel like your balance is not good, grab a pole or a wall or something or sit. So I'm on the lower arch and I'm just pushing down. Also be aware that, you know, a ball may break or pop. I don't think anybody would get hurt if that happened, but I've known it to happen. Now we're going to go to the heel and I'm pushing down on my heel. And then I'm going to go to the lower arch. So what we're going to be doing is working the feet so that you can prevent bunions, hammertoes, and plantar fasciitis. I'm going to go to the middle foot, the middle of the arch now, and slowly push down. And I can really feel it. And it should almost be like a good pain. Upper arch. And then metatarsal. Or the ball of foot. And then go ahead and go back to your toes, push down. And then release and spread. Push down and grab. And then release and stretch. And one more. Okay, the next thing I like to do is I like to go down the inside of the foot. That is the spine and reflexology. And I sometimes find if my neck or my back is hurting, I'll take the tennis ball and just do this, and it does help. Right along the inside of the foot is the spine. So go ahead and go up and down. And if there's a little spot you find on the inside of the foot that you feel like you should sink into, go ahead and sink into it. Just push down. And then let's go to the middle of the foot, up and down the center. And then the outside of the foot. And then let's go ahead, circle. And this is kind of where you feel you might need it. And I'm gonna open up my stance a little bit and rotate out. And then I'm gonna do the twist. And I always think of John Travolta and Uma Thurman in Pulp Fiction. So my surface is a little bit slippery, so you may want to make sure your surface is good, but you really want to get in there and twist. And then when you get to the ball of the foot, you can put out the cigarette. Or twist. Twist is bigger. Putting out the cigarette is on the ball of the foot and small. Whoops, there I go. Okay, so go ahead, take that ball and just run it anywhere over the foot or push down on it where you need to. I like to kind of hop up and down. I don't know if I recommend that, but I do like it. And again, I'm going right down the inside of my foot. So find what's best for you. It might be somewhere else. All right. Okay, so now go ahead and have a seat. You can have a sip of wine or water. And you're gonna bring the foot up and you're gonna put the ankle over your thigh. So the right foot you have on top of your leg, and you're gonna take your fingers and put them through your toes, just like so. So the palm of my hand is gonna be against the sole of my foot. So I've seen people do weird things here. So I have the opposite hand, the palm of my hand against the sole of my foot. Each finger is through the toes. And if it takes you a second to get it through, that's okay. Some people have really stiff toes, and I guarantee if you do this, it will help a lot. It does help. It's amazing how much it helps. So we're gonna start. So this is a nice flex. So I want you to flex the foot, and then you're gonna bring it down, and I'm gonna stretch it. You can see how much I'm stretching it here. I'm just holding my foot, like my body like this, so you can see, but I'm stretching it and pointing and lengthening this part of the foot. So I'm feeling a stretch from here. Some people might be feeling it all the way up to the knee. And then you're gonna go back around, flex, and then lengthen. So if we have any nurses or medical people, think about lengthening the front of the foot and then flexing it back and pushing out the heel. For everybody else, point and flex. So we're gonna go around for 10. So what this also does is it stimulates the lymphatic system. So the lymphatic system is really important in our bodies. It gets gunked up pretty easily these days, but what it's toxins. It flushes the toxins through, keeps our immune system strong, and also it helps if you have a healthy immune system, not immune system, a healthy lymphatic system, you're less likely to have cellulite. So we want to keep these juices moving. And now we're going to reverse it. Same thing, you want to flex, you want to point as you rotate from the ankle. And by the way, if anything hurts, don't do it. If that little voice in the back of your head says don't do it, just don't do it. Sit it out for the next exercise, and you can text me and let me know, or message us and let us know what you couldn't do. And we'll be happy to check it out and see what the problem was. Okay, so let's finish that. Now I'm gonna take my fingers and put them across my toes. My thumb goes into the arch of the foot, and I'm gonna stretch this. So what happens, our tendons get tight. If you have those little tendons that stick up, this will get rid of it. So my thumb is right in that arch, and I'm really, really stretching and lengthening this foot. Feels really nice. And we're still on the right foot. Okay. All right, so toe band magic here. I'm gonna hit the floor. And I'm gonna bring my pencil with me and my toe band. I don't need the ball. I'll have a sip. Okay. So this is really powerful work for your feet. And you're gonna take your band. Now, the important thing here is move your toes gingerly, don't hurt them. And you're gonna take the toe band and you're gonna put it right across the toenail bed. So it's gonna go here, not here, and not down at the base. That does you no good. It goes right over the toenail bed. So I'm gonna take it and I'm going to cinch right across the toenail bed. Okay, and you can see already, I'm not even putting that much pressure on it, but you can see, I have a little bunion here. And let me just show you something first, but you can see how that's creating space for my little piggies. So what happens to these wealthy women and poor people that have wealthy women, they can't do anything about it. That's the problem. There's just nothing you can do once it gets to this point. But from wearing flip-flops, I hate to say it, and mules and different varieties shoes, the pointy witch shoes, and I'll go over more of that as we go. This foot goes over, it causes a bunion. These guys start to hammer toe, and what they do is they cut this toe off. That's their standard procedure for when this happens. And this does happen a lot. Okay, so to prevent that, toe band over the toenail bed. You see already that I have a better alignment here. And then these guys are able to spread out. So I'm gonna hold here. So I'm gonna pull it to the 3 to my left. And then I'm gonna pull it back to the 12. So 12 is at the head, 6 is at the feet, 9 is right. So with this particular toe, I'm gonna pull it more in to the center of the body. And I'm gonna do that for about 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I'm gonna hold it out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, what I like to do too is I like to put a tiny bit of traction, lengthen that little toe, because you don't want them to be little hammer toes. And if you put just a tiny bit of traction on it, it'll help stretch it out. And then we're gonna circle it. And I don't care, I don't care which way you circle it, but we're gonna circle it for 10. And it's nice and slow, gingerly, a little bit of tension on it. Just a little traction. And then we're going to reverse it. And I'm kind of counting in my head to 10. And so 10 is my magic number, but you have, my permission to spend a little extra time on a particular toe if it feels like it needs it. And then we're going to go ahead and pull it out into traction. And then we're going to pull it in to the 3, in and out. And then we're just gonna hold it here to help create the space here and the alignment here. So I'm gonna hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna go to the next guy, and you can already see there's space there, more so than there was when I started, and probably the same with your toes. Gigi was gonna help me. We have a little dog here. Okay, so now we're gonna do the same thing with the other foot. We're gonna put the toe band across the toenail bed of the second toe. And again, we're gonna come back basically to the 12 and then to the 3 and 9, back to the 12 and to the 3 and 9, and back to the 12 and to the 3 and 9. And we're gonna hold on to it, make sure it's cinched, give that little bit of traction. And we're gonna go ahead and circle for 10. So you don't wanna be rough. You wanna make sure you're over the toenail bed. And of course, if you've had a broken toe or something, be super, super mindful of the feelings that you're having in your little toes. And then reverse. So part of the issue with our feet is we don't take care of them. We just shove them in some shoes, and they can be expensive shoes, but we think it's that they could be good for them. But if they're not proper for our feet, or just a bad design, it can really mess you up. All right, let's go ahead and let's go back to the 12, 3 and 9, back to the 12, 3 and 9, and back to the 12 and 3 and 9. Give a little traction, give it a little pull. And then the middle toe. Same thing, right over the toenail bed. Little traction. Hang on, I'm losing it here. Little traction. And circles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Reverse, keep that little traction going. If your toe needs a break, just give a little break. Everybody's getting some directions to have for the toe bands. This will be, you'll have this to have and practice with at home. And then I'm just going to give a little pull, a little traction, and then to the next toe. So you want to cross the toenail bed, cinch it, do your traction, and circle. Oh, I'm sorry. Go back to your 12, 3 and 9, 12, 3 and 9, 12, 3 and 9. Pull, circle. And reverse. So I'm on the second to the last toe. I'm not at the pinky toe yet. Now, if you wanted to do 10 one way all the way through and then 10 the opposite way, you can. I'm not that coordinated to remember. But I like to do 10 one way and then 10 the other. But you can certainly do all 5 one way and then 5 the other. So I'm going to go back 3 and 9. Back to the 12, 3 and 9, and back to the 12, 3 and 9. Now the little pinky toe. So the pinky toe I treat like the big toe. You're gonna pull it out more. So because you don't want to get a bunion out there, I've already gotten them. I don't know why. I guess it's just my lifestyle. And probably shoes that I've worn and haven't worn. So I'm gonna cinch over the pinky toes toenail bed, and I'm going to pull it out in and out for 10. And I'm going to hold it here out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're gonna circle. So I have not felt any kind of pain or anything doing this foot and on my necks, but you should feel pretty okay with everything here. And then we're gonna reverse. And then go ahead and do your traction and hold it out to the outside of your body, to your 9 for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go in and out a little bit. Good. And think of your toes nice and long. You want to kind of lengthen your toes. So if they're kind of naturally a little bent up, stretch them out. You know, they need to be stretched. So we don't want to, you know, we want to make sure that they're always spread out. And one of the things that you can do too is you can take a piece of paper, draw the outline of your foot, and then see if your shoe is bigger than the outline. If the shoe is smaller than the outline, it means that shoe doesn't fit you properly. Okay, so that's very important. And we'll talk more about shoes in a second. So I like a bamboo straw, but a pencil will work. So we're going to do something called foot kegels. These are for arches. So you have a nice arch in your foot. So, and I've been working on this a lot over the past. So you put it right underneath your arch. Now, some people are better at it than I am. I personally have to have my hand here on the toes to keep my toes from doing this. So I don't want my toes to crunch up. But what I do want is I want my foot to leave. I want it to rest on the pencil or the straw, and then I want it to come up off of it. Now, like I said, I am not very good at not getting my toes involved, so I hold my toes straight with my hand. And then you're going to raise it up. I might see if I can get a better position. Okay. This is more comfortable for me for some reason. I know it looks awkward, but I'm going to raise up and down, up and down. So you want to really feel, you know, if you're flat-footed, you want to get the arch off of the straw or the pencil. And then if your arch is too big, you want to make sure you can flatten and lengthen out the foot and get it to touch the pencil or the straw. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and do 10 together. And again, so let me just show you the top of my foot. So I have a hard time. You see how my toes want to crunch up? So I put my hand here and force them to stay flat because they're not invited to this party. All right, so here we go for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it up. Now I'm going to hold it up off of the straw for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax it. Up and down for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And hold it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Just take your foot, go ahead and just rub it out a little bit. And then we're going to stand. Make sure you have your tools close by because we're going to do everything all over again on the other foot. So I want you to stand. And I want you to close your eyes and see if you can feel a difference on the feet. And you might even can look at them and see a difference. But I certainly feel that my weight is more even, and I feel a huge difference from foot to foot, even from hip to hip, actually, leg to leg. It's kind of, I can feel it pretty much up to my hips. And the weight is definitely different on this foot now. So close your eyes, just go a few forward and a few back. And then sway to your 3 and 9, closing your eyes. Relax. You can open your eyes and grab your ball. And we're going to take the ball, put it on the ground. Again, if you have issues, you can hold on to something or you can sit. You know what? I'm going to sit on this one because I have had a little broken base of my toe. So I'm going to be very ginger with this foot. So we're going to come stretch and grab and stretch and grab, stretch and spread. So this foot, I'm not going to be exaggerating as much as I did on the other one because it is injured. I'm doing grandma now. Okay, now go ahead, push down, push down, push down. And then I'm going to go to the ball of the foot. I think I'll be able to stand for the rest for this now. So I'm going to push down the ball of the foot, the arch, the lower arch, the heel, the lower arch again, middle arch, and you know, and then if you feel a place, upper arch, where you feel you kind of need to hang out in there, like I'm feeling that right there. So this foot here, I stubbed it on Mother's Day and broke it. Actually it's able to do this. I'm not going to grab the toes, but you can grab the toes and release, grab the toes and release, grab the toes and release, and grab the toes and release. Go ahead and push down on the metatarsals again. And go down the center of the foot where the spine is. And I always like to be very aware, because if you find a place here, it's usually related to one of your vertebrae, which is really important. And then go ahead and go down the center. My ball's misshapen. And then to the outside. And then you can go ahead and do some circles. And then just go ahead and go wherever you need to on the ball, on the foot with the, you know, placing your foot on the ball. I want to kind of go right in here. It's very intuitive work, which is really cool. Okay, now, Pulp Fiction, John Travolta, twist. And again, I'm not going to go as hard on this foot as I did on the other one. I go pretty hard on the foot and ball stuff. The toe you want to do gingerly with the band. Okay, and then you can put out the cigarette. I'm not going to put out the cigarette because that's right where my break is. always fun to show everybody when you get hurt that, you know, it happens to everybody. And you work through it. Okay, finish up. And then go ahead, sit down, go to the floor. You can sit in a chair, and I'm not sure how this is gonna work with my toes, but you wanna put your, just like we did before. Yeah, place your, I'm not gonna do those. I can feel it. I might be able to do the pinky. So place your fingers between the toes. I think I can do this. All right. And we're gonna circle. I'm not gonna be as dramatic with my circle as I was with the other foot. But you're gonna have your, remember, it's the opposite hand, the opposite foot, the sole of the foot and the palm of the hand go together. And then your toes, your fingers are through your toes. And if you have a hard time getting your fingers through your toes, just practice it. It does get easier. Everything, all this gets easier. And it really, really works. I have seen people that have had toenails that their toes were so hammered that you could not see their toenails, their toenail beds. And we got it, so she did it 3 times a day, and she was able to stretch them out. It was amazing. I was shocked. But I find that if I do this once a week, it's great. Now I might need it, sometimes I might need it more, depending on what's going on my feet. But my personal body needs it like once a week, and it makes a huge difference. All right, I'm going to reverse. So back to shoe choices. It's summer. By the way, Saturday is National Barefoot Day. That's part of the reason why we're doing this, so we have sexy, fit feet for the summer. But flip-flops, we call those the cigarettes of shoes, because, go ahead, stretch, hang on, grab the fingers across the top. Again, I'm not gonna stretch super like a lot with this foot. My thumb is gonna go right in the arch, and you're gonna stretch right along here. You could feel it all the way up your shin into your knee, maybe. Okay, so flip-flops are the cigarettes of shoes because they cause bunion, hammer toes, and injuries. I was told by Dr. Fuchs, who is a podiatrist, who is a rollologist as well, and she backs this program, that flip-flops are the #1 cause. I'm going to use my other toe just for a sec, my other foot, because I don't want to use that one right now. But so when you have flip-flops on, we'll use this little guy here. So in order for them to stay on, this goes over, these clamp like that, and you see what happens. Not good for your feet at all. So I was wearing flip-flops every day in Florida. And I quit. You want to have something with a strap on the back, and you want something that's secure to the foot. And if you're wearing some kind of high heel or sandal, you want anything that goes up the ankle is better. And then also a chunkier heel, a platform is better than a stiletto. And then the pointy witch shoes just cramp. I can't do it because of my toes. Right there is where I broke it. But it just crams them all in. You know, it's like that Chinese torture baby thing they used to do. Women do it. We do it to ourselves. It's crazy. All right. So, but this is a good thing to do to yourself. So we're going to put it right across the toenail bed. And if your other toes are getting involved, you can just put them right here. I think I'm going to put my hand here just because I don't want this moving unnecessarily. So I'm going to come in, and again, we do the big toes and the pinky toes more by pulling them out to get the alignment of the foot, the outside of the foot. So I'm going in and out, in and out. And then I'm gonna go to the 12, 3 and 9, 12, 3 and 9, 12, 3 and 9, and 12, 3 and 9. I'm gonna do a few more, 12, 3 and 9, and 12, 3 and 9. I'm gonna make sure it's over the toenail bed, cinch. Oh, I'm sorry, let's hold it in. I forgot to do that. Hold it in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do that again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now, circle for 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're going to reverse. 6, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to pull it out and in, out and in, back, 3 and 9, back, 3 and 9, or we could say 12, 3 and 9, 12, 3 and 9. Hold it in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next toe. Keep wanting to call them piggies. Go across the toenail bed and do a little traction. Remember to do it gingerly. And circle for, oh, I'm sorry, pull back, 3 and 9, back to the 12, 3 and 9, 12, 3 and 9, and 12, 3 and 9. Do a little traction and circle. So the idea is just to have the whole foot very still while you move this one toe. You might feel a little cracking, like a little symphony of cracks. You might not feel anything. It might feel like it's like cement. That's not good, by the way. But movement is good. Movement heals, and you really want to get as much. If they are like little cement pegs, try and get them moving, because that's not a good sign. Okay, now go ahead and pull it back, 3 and 9, back, 3 and 9, and back, 3 and 9. All right, I'm in dangerous territory here, so I'm going to be very, very careful. Over the toenail bed, back, 3 and 9, back, 3 and 9, and back, 3 and 9. Traction, little circles for 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Little traction to the 12, 3 and 9, 12, 3 and 9, 12, 3 and 9. Next little toe. Get it right over the toenail bed. And back, 3 and 9, back, 3 and 9, back, 3 and 9, and back and 3 and 9. Give it a little traction. Circle. And you see how I have, if you don't have to have your hand on your toes if your toes are nice and long and they're not moving. But if they are moving with the other toe, I'm reversing now. You may want to just put your fingers on there. I was having mine because I'm just trying to protect this little area here. But it's not a bad idea if you want to use the fingers to keep your toes straight. Okay, so I'm going to do a little traction. I'm going to go back 3 and 9, and back 3 and 9, and back 3 and 9. All right, pinky toe. I think I'm out of the danger zone now. Myself and 2 clients broke their toes. One did in Africa. Okay, now, since the pinky toe, we're gonna pull it out and in, out and in. So you're gonna go to your left, to your 3, we're on the left foot. And then we're gonna back 9 and 3, back 9 and 3, back 9 and 3. Okay, hold it out, in and out for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, circle. And reverse. So, yeah, so how I found out about foot and toe work was through Lolita San Miguel. She worked directly with Joe Pilates, and she was the one who taught me that foot and toe work was a part of Joe's repertoire. Reverse if you haven't already. And then we're gonna go to back 3 and 9, back 3 and 9, and back 3 and 9. Hold it out to your 3 for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then in and out a few more times because you don't want to get a little bunionette. Perfect. Okay. Kegel time. Pen, pencil, straw under the foot. Again, if you can do it without moving your toes, that's great. I am not that connected, let's say, to do it without holding my hand on my toes. My toes just want to move. So I'm going to put my hand here, and then we're going to bring the arch up and down just to figure out how to do it. And just FYI, one foot might feel completely different from the other from all the work we've just done. So don't be freaked out if one foot feels really different. It's probably normal. You use one foot, like your hand and your arm. You use one foot more than the other. Okay, let's go ahead and go up and down for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, and let's hold it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, relax. Go ahead and just kind of shake out the foot a little bit, give it some love. Okay, now we're gonna do, so there's 2 ways to do this. We're gonna take our toe band and put it across our toenail beds of both toes. Now there's 2 ways to do it. You can do it with your feet out like this. But I usually do it that way, but I think I'm gonna try doing it in this chair tonight. Because I just kind of feeling it. Because I always do it on the floor. So again, you can do it with your feet out. But I'm gonna do it, so let me just show you. Like, oops, can you get that? Sorry. So the feet would be out. I'm gonna show you both ways. So you wanna get over the toenail bed of both big toes and go out here and sit up straight and neutral spine, which is which happened to, this is how I learned to do it, but I'm going to sit up. Ooh. Just because I have a chair that works tonight. Okay, so it's over the toenail bed. Let me brand it properly. It needed to be adjusted anyways, because it's kind of twisted. Okay, so here we are over the toenail beds. And this is, I usually do it the other way, so this is a little new for me. All right, so from my hips, I'm gonna come out and in. I'm not sure if I like this as much. Out and in. I think I like sitting on the ground better, but this is okay. So you can see how I want my hip knee alignment to stay. So this is real different for me. I'm not used to doing it this way. So let's go in and out for 10 now together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it apart for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to bring them out like this because I think this is a little bit more effective. I don't, well, you know, I'm not used to doing it flat. So, and then you can come out this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope the bottom of my feet are clean. 6, 7. I tend to run around the outside a lot in the dirt. 8, 9, 10. Hold it apart for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forgot to count there for a second. Okay, now we're gonna bring the feet down, and you can leave. Well, you know what? Let's leave them up. So we're gonna go in and out in the Pilates V. And so something that I noticed too is my left foot. It does. I thought I saw one time in a video where I was doing more of this. So you really want to make sure you're going symmetrically. And you can tell this leg is not as strong. It has nothing to do with the broken fracture that I got a few weeks ago. It's just that it's not as strong. Let's hold it out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring it down and come out. 2, 3. Yeah, you can see how my right foot wants to dominate. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, hold it in that V. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay. Now go ahead and take your foot. Go ahead, just kind of give a little bit of a massage. The first one. And then the second. And we're going to take a deep breath in, exhale. We're going to stand slowly. Close your eyes and feel your feet. Feel them root into the earth. Feel a string from your head pulling up. And I want you to remember how they felt when you started. Is your weight even? Is it more even? Do your feet feel more spread out? Wider? Those are the things that I usually feel. And it's not that you want your foot wider per se, but it's your foundation. You want it wider, you want it stronger, you want it rooted. Your toes are long. So I feel that I feel more even on, every time I do this, I feel different. Sometimes I feel it all the way up to my hips and into my whole body. I can feel it. Sometimes I felt it all the way up to my head. Today, I just feel like because I've had a hurt foot, I feel like I'm more balanced and equal on each foot. For some reason, all my weight was on the hurt foot when I started. So, that'll tell you, that tells you something about our awareness. We really can be our own worst enemies. And go ahead, close your eyes and go forward and back. Basically a 12 to 6, I would say. And then to a 3 and 9. And you just do a little circle around the clock. Rooting your feet down into the earth. Think of the string pulling you up. And come to your center. Breathe. I don't care how you breathe right now. Just take some really nice breaths. You can go lung or belly, whatever you need, heart. Think of your feet rooting down and the string pulling your head up. And relax. That's it. Thank you, everybody. If you have any questions, I think we got a minute or two. Do we have any time? It's at 8. I don't know what time this turns off. Do we have any questions, Heather? We kind of went at it. We were busy.
Someone did ask, you said you mentioned the rollologist. What is a rollologist?
A rollologist is somebody who teaches rollology. So rollology is a program that we designed, or I designed after working with Lolita and Lolita San Miguel. And also I went to Polestar at the University of Miami. My background there was in the physical therapy department. They had a program for Pilates instructor / physical therapist. I got grandfathered into that. And what happened while in my studio is that I was always using a roller, and I started teaching a class, and I felt like we needed a prop. And part of the problem is that we are always, I don't have a device, but we're always on our devices. So Rollology helps with that. The letters also help with the alignment. And we use the letters for alignment. So I might say, put your hand on the L, put your hand on the O, heart over the O. And then we have all these great programs. So you have books so you can study and learn. Any other questions?
Someone asked about recommendations for Hallis limitus or rigitus.
For what?
Hallis limitus.
No idea what that is.
Rigitus.
Huh?
Hallux. HALLUS.
No idea. Who asked that?
Allison. Let's see.
Well, no, I don't know what it is. Oh, the top of the foot, that's where I broke it. What was the question?
Recommendations for that.
Just keep doing I would work more the ball. You can do all the work what we did. And it's like kind of like Pilates. So for example, when you do Pilates, you're working the whole body. So when you're working with the foot, you want to work the whole foot. Somebody would throw an anatomy question in. I wasn't prepared for that, sorry. But yeah, so we work the whole foot. So just do what we just did, but do it in a gingerly fashion, and it will help with the whole foot. But definitely do the ball, the band, and the straw or the pencil, and it will definitely help. What's any other questions? No? Okay. We're gonna send you everybody a link so that you can get the directions on the toe band. I feel like the ball you can just do on your own, and the straw you can do on your own, but you have directions coming for the toe band. We also have a couple of workshops, new workshops that are coming up. That one's called, which I'm real excited about, called neck, head, and eye roll. So it's all about loosening up the neck and the head and working your eyes, which we don't do And it's really important, kind of like the feet. We forget about certain body parts. So that's exciting. We're doing the sunrise sunset ritual as well, and then some certifications and a retreat in the Key West, the Keys, not Key West. Key Largo is where it will be. So it's close to the airport, but far away from all your troubles. Okay, well, I think that's it. I'm gonna roll on out of here, and I hope everybody's having a magnificent Thursday. I'm so blessed and so happy that you guys decided to spend, you know, a couple of, well, not a couple hours, 1 hour with me tonight. So thank you so much, and keep on rolling. Adios.